Now, first of all, I'm an IKA man. That is one. Two,
you're an MBIRI man.
I'm an MBIRI man.
Yes.
And I'm an IKA man. And now, I'm an Anioma son.
Okay.
Generally, I am an IGBO man. That is how it is.
Anioma states in the waiting. Like I said, it's not in the making. We don't make them. You know, when you say in the making, it will be like say in the plan. Yeah. We've done most of the constitutional aspect of the creation of Anioma State, so we are just waiting for it to happen. How do you feel as a youth of Anioma State?
I feel elated. I feel excited. I feel that there is a historical correction. I feel that there is a change. I feel that there is liberation. I feel, you know, the forebears, the spirit of my forebears being relieved from the oppression that have taken place yesteryears. I feel happy, and I feel that this Anioma State that we all are clamoring for, we all are seeing the reality in no sooner time, is going to impact every of Anioma's son and daughter, most especially our forebears, and also we currently who are youths of Anioma extract. We are going to see, you know, a change in the sense that our self-determination, our collective aspiration is being realized. There is nothing like, you know, seeing your collective aspiration being realized. That is the main, you know, that's the main thing. As I used to say, every Anioma son and daughter, whether you are at home or you are in diaspora, there is an inner yearning to achieve Anioma State. You know, whenever you hear Anioma, there is a collective come together. You know, there is this inner yearning that we want to see this thing come to pass. So, for it to come to pass, of course, it's going to be something that the gods, as we used to say, our fathers, will rejoice wherever they are. They will leap for joy. And we who are alive, who are currently on ground, of course, it's going to be, you know, a celebration of life, you know, for years to come.
Okay, Ambassador. I see you more like a comrade anyway, so I'll call you Comrade Ambassador Ushi Israel. As a youth, what do you think it holds for the youths? Do you think there are possibilities of a better life for the Anioma youth if Anioma State is actualized?
Thank you very much. It holds, Anioma State holds promises. It holds great promises for Anioma youth. First of all, you know, today we are talking about imbalance in the political system in Nigeria.
Okay.
If Anioma State is created, it will give Anioma youth a voice. That is the first thing that we must understand. That is one of the most important things that is coming to us. A voice as Anioma people. That is one. Two, it's going to create more employment opportunities for youths, you know, across board, because it's a state that is being created is afresh. Like when we used to be in Bendel, you know, Benin as of that time, or Edo as of that time, almost outshined us. But when Delta was created, many of the youths then who were working in Benin, all of them relocated to Asaba. Today, they are the landlords and the, you know, grandmasters of Delta State in terms of politics, in terms of the civil service, in terms of business. You know, they are the ones who are ruling, you know, what is happening and in this state. So when Anioma State is created, it will also give us a relief. The youths will be involved. Today, we are talking about that the civil service is being, you know, covered, is being stocked, you know. When a fresh new state is, you know, created, there's going to be, it is an open way, leeway for them to be employed. Business opportunities will come in because we have resources, we have gas, we have oil, we have, as a matter of fact, kaolin, we have iron land for agriculture. Yes, so we are now talking about mechanized agriculture. You know, when you go to the north, you see the way they do it. We are going to replicate it in Anioma State. Yes. In my village, let me say it again. In a Kanotis local government, it used to be a farm settlement when the whites, you know, the colonial masters were around. Are you getting me? Since they left, that place has been abandoned. And I can tell you that only my village in MBIRI, the lands in MBIRI can feed Nigeria. Yes, I say it. They should go and fact check me. Yes. The only lands in MBIRI. The former governor of Delta State, His Excellency Senator Atorifan Yakowa, can attest and attest to this, that the only lands in MBIRI can feed Nigeria if we deploy it and if we use it well properly. You're getting it? So what we are trying to say is that we have all it takes to be a state. Bayelsa is just 8 states. 8 local governments, sorry. Yes. And we are 9.
And they are as big as...
They are not even as big in terms of numbers. In terms of population, they are not.
Educated
in terms of education, they are not. No. In everything, they are not. But they have a state of their own, the Ijaw enclave. They said they want to have an Ijaw state, and it was given to them. They agitated, it was given to them. When we have a Anioma state, it will also make a lot of sense, for we that are on ground, for the youth that are coming behind. And let me say this, that the Gen Zs after us, I am a millennial. Yes. The Gen Zs after us, they need this thing more than we do. So we are calling on all youths. It is a win-win for everybody. It is not a win-lose. No, it's a win-win game. In political science, because I'm a political scientist, in political science, there's what we call, zero-sum game and win-win game. Yeah. So in this case, it's a win-win game for everybody.
Okay, thank you very much. You have any question for him?
Well,
or you want to do addendum later?
I just want to ask him a question. I'm very elated that it's them on my side, and I want you to clear this. Let's assume that you are one of those people dissenting. First of all, why is it that this dissent is almost louder in the IKA enclave? That's my number one question. And do you have any? I'm just assuming you are one of the dissenters here. What is your problem with the zoning this Anioma to Southeast? I hope I'm not attacking you.
First of all, I am not a dissenter. Let me clear that first. So I cannot assume that I am a dissenter, and I am not representing.
Okay.
Because I am the youth rep
of
Anioma State Creation Technical Committee.
Okay.
So
I am an IKA man.
I'm an IKA man, a bona fide IKA man, a son of the soil.
Okay.
You're getting me? If you look at the IKA history, you find out that MBIRI is one of the oldest, if not the oldest kingdom, that originated IKA kingdom, IKA federal constituency. So that makes me a son of the soil, and I can never say in any way that I am dissenting. And let me say, I've said this when I came, last time. I said that there is a silent majority who are just silent, and they are looking at you. We will do the referendum. The time will come. There's going to be a referendum, and we will see that referendum. Everybody knows. Everybody, whether you are in this party or you are that, you are this, you are that, everybody wants Anioma State. Now, the bone of contention is, are we going to be in the southeast or in the south-south, which is the bone of contention? And the distinguished Senator Ned Nwoko has said over time, if it suits the president that we go to the southeast, beautiful. If we find ourselves in the south-south, wonderful. So where we are going should not be a question. What we are talking about is give us Anioma State. That is our interest. Yeah. So southeast, south-south is not an issue. Now we are in the south-south. People are saying, I made an example. We have been in the south-south for years as Delta State. What are we gaining in the south-south? What is that important gain that have accrued to us as Delta in the south-south? Now, if we find ourselves in the southeast tomorrow, what is equally going to be our huge gain that we are fighting for?
Advantage.
But the importance is Anioma State created? That it will come. And if it is created, it is for all of us.
Thank you.
As an IKA man, what tribe are you?
First of all, I'm an IKA man.
Okay.
I used to tell them that this Anioma State controversy or issue can be said to be a topic in mathematics when we're in secondary school. If you remember, they call it set and subset.
Yes.
That is a clear explanation of what is happening here. You're getting me? Now, first of all, I'm an IKA man. That is one. Two,
I'm an MBIRI
man.
Yes.
And I'm an IKA man. And now I'm an Anioma son.
Okay.
Generally, I am an IGBO man. That's how it is. So if you're able to study that understand that topic in New General Mathematics, set and subset, it clearly states everything. Nobody is taking away my identity as an MBIRI man. Nobody is taking away my identity as an IKA man. Nobody is also, trying to subvert me to say I am not an Anioma man. Neither anybody is saying that I'm not an IGBO man. Nobody will take it away from you. So people who is thinking that, okay, if I now say today that I'm an IGBO man, you're getting me, that now take away my incarnation or IKA-ness. No, that did not take my Anioma-ness. No, it remains. So today in Nigeria, when they want to call how many ethnic groups, where did they call? Are they called Ika?
Wazobia.
Do they call MBIRI?
Wazobia.
Do they call Iseluku?
Wazobia.
So let's understand it. So why are we not now killing ourselves to say, okay, we must put Iseluku, we must put Anioma, we must put Efik, we must put Ijo? Come on. It is just three tribes, major tribes in Nigeria. We must accept. We have accepted it over time. So why now? Why are we saying dissenting that all of a sudden somebody is saying he's not an Igbo man? Before I came here, I was talking to somebody. I said, you dress as an Igbo, you speak Igbo language, you eat Igbo food, you have Igbo names. So why are you confusing yourself? Why are you saying that?
You know, because recently I saw a video from one of your brothers who says his name is Emeke. I'm not Emeka.
Okay.
But I know in his town there is Ifeanyi.
Okay.
Even as highly exalted our amiable former governor, Senator Dr. Ato Ifeanyi Okowa himself said it that his name is Ifeanyi. That is an Igbo man. So I don't know where this actually is coming from. That is why I wanted to hear from you as an IKA man to truly understand if you have the same feelings towards the incarnation.
If we must say, is Emeka also a Benin? Let's just say, okay, if my name is not Emeka, no problem. If you say your name is not Emeka that you called now, is he a Benin name? Let's not generally let's not confuse ourselves. Our leader, our most distinguished leader, His Excellency Senator Dr. Ato Ifeanyi Okowa, have said that when he was contesting, during the time he was contesting, and he was asked, he said that you're getting me. And today he has not also said he has not stated anything differently. People shouldn't arrogate some certain assertion to him. He has not come out to say I no longer did not say so, or he has not also come out to say I am not supporting Anioma state. He has not come out to say I am not an Anioma man. He's always stated that he is an Anioma son, he is an IKA son, and he's an Igbo man. So why people shouldn't drag him to this discourse? He's not the subject of this discourse. Yeah. The subject of this discourse is that Anioma state is in the making, that every son and daughter of an Anioma man want to be liberated because of the dreams of our forebears. Yeah. And let me also say that if you look at our history very well, we have been in the 1990s, in the 19th century, we were tagged as Western Igbos by the colonial masters and
GT Basden, the anthropologists.
We were said to be Western Igbos, even when we were in Bender, and it was Midwest. So this thing
it was Bender Igbos, from Bender Igbos to Delta
Igbos. Yes. Today in our states, they regard us as Igbos wherever we are. Yes. So why we
and your enemy or your those who are not part of you see you as Igbo? Why the self-denial? Okay, quickly we'll open up the phone line soon to hear from our people. I don't say take a local copy phone line. Like somebody don't tell and say you need the phone number. I want to ask the youths, what role do you think the youths can play in the actualization of Anioma state as a youth leader?
Thank you very
much. What is the role of the youth? What do we expect from Anioma youths at this point in time?
Thank you very much. First of all, Anioma youths need to give the total support to most distinguished Senator Ned Nwoko, who is our member representing us in the 10th Senate, in whatever he's doing to actualize his dream. I must give credence to him because he has shown leadership. He has shown that he's audacious. He has shown that he's a transgenerational leader. So why the aspersion, the hatred on a man who has not done you anything? He has shown that he's visionary. So if this man has shown that part, why not give that support? Everyone who, youths who are casting aspersion today, you find yourself today as a youth, tomorrow you're going to find yourself as a leader. And mind you, the Gen Zs after us, they don't have joy. I can assure you that.
No, you can see what is happening
in Madagascar. You see what is happening. You're getting me? I call that Gen Z Africa. Yes. They don't have joy. You're getting me? So let's give him that support. Now, another thing is, let's give that consciousness what we need to do is to give that consciousness to other youths that we need to support this thing, this race. We need to support this cause. Then, when the time for the constitutional requirements for the referendum come, every youth should come out and take part in that referendum. Anyway, whether you come out or you did not come out, the referendum will also hold and decisions will be taken. So it is better you become part of people who are going to take decisions about your future, or you allow other people to take that decisions for you. You're getting me? So finally, what am I trying to say? All we need to do as youths is to give support to this cause. And this cause is for all of us. Before we came into this studio, when we started, I told you that, I said that many people who are fighting it today, you're getting me,
and the ones
will be the one who will be in the forefront and in the front seats tomorrow. We have seen that happen in this state. let me say that I am the Director General of One Love Delta. You're getting me? That propagated the governor, His Excellency Right Honorable Sheriff Uburu. Many people who fought us, you're getting me? Many people who said that Sheriff will not be governor are the one in the front seat enjoying the government today. You are getting me? We have seen that over and over again. You're getting me? Amen. You're getting me? So there is no need confusing ourselves, Anioma youths. Let's come together. Let's support this cause. And I can assure you that this cause will smile on every one of us. Amen. Nobody is taking anybody to be subsumed. Nobody is trying to dominate anybody. It's like what is happening in Rivers. They say everybody there on your own. Nobody should worry anybody. Nobody they worry anybody. Yes. So day or day, we day our day. That's it.
Okay, thank you very much, Comrade Ushi Israel, Ambassador Ushi Israel, Executive Director of Global African Youth Inclusion, and the Youth Rep, Anioma State Technical Creation Committee.
Yeah. My final message to Anioma youth and the average Anioma son and daughter is that believe in Anioma State, work for Anioma State, support Anioma State, support every constitutional provision to see that Anioma State come on board, and be hopeful that one day your liberation, your self-determination, the collective aspiration of our forebears, that Anioma State will come as a state on its own and will exist on our own as a state, as a legal entity in Nigeria, is possible. And I can assure you that it is possible with you, who is a youth, with you, who is a son and daughter of Anioma State, wherever you find yourself, whether you are home or in diaspora. Work to do everything possible. Give your support. Your 1 minute support on social media, your like, your thumbs up, could help. And also support the senator to see that he achieves Anioma State creation. Then finally, let me use this opportunity. I talked of my village. My king, His Royal Majesty Obi Ifeanyi Lekwe II, is celebrating 50 years on the throne. Obiago. Yes, I celebrate you, sir.